How many hours did you study yesterday? 2, 3, maybe 4. Be honest, and how much do you actually remember right now? Probably close to nothing. That's the problem. You think you're studying, but you're just sitting there wasting time. Highlighters everywhere, perfect notes, aesthetic vibes, and still failing. Meanwhile, someone else studies for 30 minutes and crushes the same test. Why? Because it's not about how long you study, it's about how you do it, and most people are doing it completely wrong. I used to be that student who thought more hours meant better grades. I'd sit in my dorm at AM, surrounded by empty coffee cups and piles of notes, highlighting like my life depended on it. My notes looked beautiful, honestly, Instagram worthy, and I felt proud, like I was doing everything right, but deep down, I knew it wasn't sticking. It was like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. And you know what? That night I failed. After 12 straight hours of cramming, I still walked out of that exam with garbage results. That was the wake-up call. I wasn't bad at studying, I was doing it completely wrong. Most students aren't studying, they're performing. You've got the playlist, the matching highlighters, the perfectly organized desk, like that's gonna make you smarter. No, it won't. Highlighting every other line like it's an art project. Worthless. Rereading chapters 5 times. Useless. Copying notes so they look pretty. Complete waste. You know why? Because your brain doesn't care how aesthetic your notes look. You're confusing looking busy with actually learning, and that's why you can spend 4 hours grinding and still walk into that exam clueless. Here's what schools never teach you. Your brain forgets most of what you study within hours. That's not a guess, that's science. Ever heard of the forgetting curve? It is brutal. You can lose 70% of what you learned in just one day if you don't review it the right way. So when you sit there rereading the same page for the 10th time, thinking you're learning, you're actually just wasting time. Real learning isn't about drowning in information. It's about making it stick. Think about it. If you study 5 hours but only retain 10%, you basically studied for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, someone else studies for 1 hour, locks in 50%, and walks away smarter. It's not about hours, it's about retention. So how do you actually make things stick? It's called active learning, not sitting there rereading, not painting your textbook with highlighters. Active learning means you make your brain work, test yourself before you even start reviewing, explain concepts out loud like you're teaching someone else, solve problems without looking at the book. That's how you train your brain to actually remember. When I switched to this, everything changed. I cut my study time in half and my grades shot up. And no, this isn't magic. It's because active recall forces your brain to pull information out, not just stuff it in. That's the difference between memorizing for a day and remembering for an exam. Alright, let me break down exactly how to study smarter, not longer. First, ditch those marathon sessions. Keep study chunks short, like 30 to 45 minutes max. Your brain can't focus forever. Take a quick 5-minute break after each session. Move around, clear your head. Next, always test yourself before you dive back into the notes. Try to recall what you already know. That's where the real learning starts. Teach or explain the stuff out loud, even if it feels dumb. It's like forcing your brain to lock things in. Use spaced repetition. Come back to the material multiple times instead of cramming. And here's a killer tip. Do a quick review right before bed. Your brain keeps working on it while you sleep. Follow this blueprint and you'll cut your study time, kill the stress, and actually start getting results. So remember that number you gave your study habits at the start. Think about it again. If it hasn't gone up, then you know what, nothing's changed yet. Stop wasting hours doing the same old stuff and expecting different results. Study smarter, not harder. Change your approach and your grades will follow. If you're serious about leveling up, hit that subscribe button and stick around for more real talk and brain hacks. It's time to leave the loser label behind and actually own your success.